Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell, and he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Prescott now on second down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Gun. Switch, hey.
A second down throw for Prescott. Buying time to his left. Oh, Prescott stripped.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Gun.
On third down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Second down, Mayfield. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Mayfield looks to throw. And he's got his target. That's more. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. After the penalty, it's Penny. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Going for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll run. Anderson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. C.J. Anderson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not pump the ball again.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hodges. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Prescott looks to throw on first. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's Mayfield. And this one is incomplete. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you've got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Mayfield again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
Mayfield to throw it. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
First down, Mayfield. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder, Artie Burns. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
And, Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Hey, we're going right there. We're going right there.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go. 480. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check, 56. Here we go. 46. 26.
2nd down, Prescott. Flushed out right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. There's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open. Got
to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Now Rashad Penny, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Detroit! Now a second down throw for Mayfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Throwing, Mayfield. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Flush to his right. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There's absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to lead to a third down. Mayfield now. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of the defense.
Mayfield on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to Heinz Field after this.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Leopard.
On second down, here's Penny. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now Mayfield. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
I have to believe that if you're the team trying to block a field goal, you don't mind this weather. All right, the rain probably is going to help you because so many things can go wrong for the guys trying to kick the ball. It's as simple as maybe you just lose your footing. You kind of spin out like a tire in the snow, not getting traction, and you create a space, and someone comes through.
And I think for everybody, snapper, holder, kicker, everything slows down maybe a fraction of a second. And a fraction of a second and a field goal try, that can be all the different.
I love how you described that. Everything slows down, but it's a deliberate slowdown, isn't it?
Yep.
Because everyone's trying to be more careful and more deliberate to make sure it's executed.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll bring up a second down.
Gun.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott, eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this throw will be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Oh, then the spin. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have recovered. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Completes this to Callaway over on the right side. That catch good for 5. It's third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a fourth down now. And the Steelers signal for another timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And he missed it. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So without making excuses, you have to figure that this rain has had an impact now on both of his missed field goals.
It's one of those situations really difficult to practice for and tough to prepare yourself against. It's just a whole different animal kicking in the rain, and we've really seen him struggle.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Final play of the half, Prescott. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming. On the run, it's Penny. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's Anderson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it. Here's Anderson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Ryan Shazier coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch. Especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And Cook has it, left side. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter. Well, when you've got a kicker out there who's already missed twice, he definitely would rather have about a 30-yarder rather than one from a neighboring county.
Can we agree to just give him a pass on that one? It would have definitely been a way to turn his mood around, but instead, it's a 3rd miss and another scoreless possession.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Awesome.
A second down throw for Prescott. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. To throw is Prescott. Dancing to his left. He's got the first down inside the 10. He gets it to Brown, complete. And all the way down to the 5. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Now Bell. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. So stuff for no gain on second down brings up a pretty interesting third from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let him know right away I'm throwing it. I'm probably giving my quarterback some room. Sprint him out to one side.
And it'll be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56.
A first down throw for Mayfield. He lets it fly for Lockett. He's got him in, complete. It's a big play there for Seattle. 43 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. To throw, Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Detroit!
A handoff to Penny. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Detroit!
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-4. out as the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They give him a gain of 38. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you want two.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. It's the fullback, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points.
And that's caught inside the 35. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 43 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt. And so far, it's working for both of them.
And give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Mayfield looks to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another first down. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. There's a give to Penny. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
They always that changed in a big way. The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. A first down throw for Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And down he'll go at the 25. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Prescott now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Forced out to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. A second down throw for Prescott. Flushed out right. And incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And James has it. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
47.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
41's the whip. Here we go.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. Bell first down and then some. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Boswell on now to kick this one away. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is...
Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
And that one... Oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll go again with Bell. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Detroit! All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Gone! 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 Gone!
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Allen. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Or are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Steelers, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Seattle, the loss will drop them to 4.